Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, General Manager of the world's largest online sports handicapping website in the world, and that of course is VegasSportsAdvisors.com, where I feel I've put together the best group of handicappers to make you money on a consistent basis. Because listen guys, nobody wins every single day in this business, and anybody that does, they also believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and they're probably a con man and a charlatan as well. Hey listen, I've got 3 more free selections coming your way in just a moment. Last night took a split with the free picks, losing in the NBA as the Cleveland Cavaliers rallied but could not get the job done in covering against Toronto, and then gave you an easy winner on the Villanova Wildcats. Now, I got to be honest with you yesterday, guys. Villanova was my second favorite play on the board. My best bet, however, last night was a different set of Wildcats, those in Tucson, number 3 ranked Arizona. Worst thing as a gambler, no ifs, ands, or buts, worst thing as a gambler is when your second favorite play is an early game and it wins easily like Villanova did, and you got to wait for the game that you bet on to start. And then you have to sit there going, Jesus, I hope this game comes in because otherwise my second favorite play already cashed. Now, personally, listen, it is somewhat of an agonizing situation, but the same way I don't celebrate wins or lament losses, I also don't cry over potential spilled milk either. I figure I make the play. I have no one to blame but myself whether it wins or loses. And last night, Arizona did just what I expected them to do. Now, did I expect the public to jump on Arizona's bandwagon, pushing a lineup from 24.5 to 27.5 points? No, I didn't. But the Wildcats still crushed Utah Valley, as they should have. And my set of Wildcats cashed in. Now, for me, I'm going for winner number 5 out of 6 overall today since Saturday, and last night was my third straight 10-dime play. Now, 99% of my plays are rated on a 5 to 15 dime basis, 5, 10, and 15 dimes, and I do that because I think for bankroll allocation and money management system purposes, that's very important that you know exactly the strength of my play and how I'm personally playing it, and then you can apply that based on the rating to your wagering system, okay, and your own personal bankroll as well. Well, I've got to tell you, tonight I'm raising the bar. I've got a 15-dime play, which matches my normal top-rated play in any sport, and I'm 3-0 with them so far this season. It's my rivalry game of the year. It's your contest between BYU and Utah at the Marriott Center in Provo at 9 o'clock Eastern Time this evening. And you can get it for $19. Regular price is $99. You can get it for $19 simply by using coupon code AL19, my first name, AL, and the number 19, 19, AL19, no space between my name and the number, over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com, where every single day I take some of the hottest handicappers and put their biggest plays available to you at huge discounted prices, well over half off. Heck, look at mine. $99 regular price, $19 is what you get it for tonight. The reason I do it, guys, is simple. I have never subscribed to the theory that you've got to spend big money to make big money in this thing that we do and love called gambling. That is just ridiculous. There's got to be a value because not everybody's going out and betting $300, $400 on the game. Do you know the average internet wager at offshore sports books? I'm not talking about Vegas sports books. I'm talking about offshore sports books is between $14 and $17. That's the average internet wager. Again, you get my best bet tonight for $19 over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. Now, with that being said, let's turn to your college complimentary plays. Another big rivalry game tonight is Colorado State at Colorado. Game line was 6 early and last night, but it's down to 5.5. But I still like the visiting Rams, who are off to an 8-0 start. Granted, they haven't played anybody. Their biggest win came against UTEP. Meanwhile, you got a Colorado team that's coming off a 7-point loss at Georgia. Also lost 56-33 at Wyoming. God knows how that happened in Laramie. Probably were in Laramie and they were going, geez, there's nothing else to do and we got to play a basketball game. Ugh. Anyway, they never showed up for that one, but they're 5-2. I think the key in this contest is going to be the Rams' ability to crash the boards. They're out rebounding their foes by almost 7.5 boards a game. I think this is a 2, 3, 4-point game, so I think the value is with the underdog at Colorado State plus the 5.5 points. Another interesting game tonight is Penn State hosting Duquesne. Penn State is off to an 8-1 start, its best start in over a decade. Last 6 wins have all been by single digits. They've been close. For example, their last game, they went to Marshall. They blew a 13-point early second-half lead and had to hold on for a 73-69 win because they committed 14 turnovers in that contest, okay? Game before that, they were at home in Happy Valley, and it was a happy place because they beat Virginia Tech 61-58, rebounding from an early 8-point deficit in the second half. They got that win thanks to their strength on the boards, out-rebounding the Hokies 47-38. This is a good little Penn State team that by the time conference play opens could have 11 wins easily under its belt. Now, Duquesne is coming off its first big test of the season at Pittsburgh, and it failed miserably as the Panthers crushed them on the boards and rolled to the easy win. And the Dukes, who entered that contest against the Panthers as the #1 three-point shooting team in Division 1A ball, well, they misfired repeatedly, 7 for 23 against the Panthers defense. And it's kind of ironic because last year when Duquesne hosted Penn State and lost 68-59 at home, they were 4 for 23 from three-point land in that particular contest. I think it also helps that Penn State is a more seasoned club at this stage of the season. This is going to be their 10th game. For Duquesne, this is only game number 6. Now, you have to be a little bit concerned because Penn State is not a very good free throw shooting team, only a tad over 68% on the season, but I do think Penn State is worthy of laying the 8 points in this contest. Your other free selection is going to be in the NBA, where I'm going to take the Orlando Magic as the 4.5-point home dog against the Washington Wizards. Magic capping a 3-3 West Coast road trip that included a win at Phoenix, which included a 1-point loss at Golden State where they blew a double-digit lead in the third quarter, by beating the Utah Jazz in Utah, by beating the Kings in Sacramento, albeit the Kings were minus DeMarco Cousins for that game. I will grant you that, but still a 3-3 West Coast trip where they took on the best team playing in basketball right now, the Golden State Warriors, and only lost by 1 and had to lead late. That's pretty impressive. Now they're coming back home, and they get Nick Vucevic back, their big center who missed the last 4 games because of some back issues. Tobias Harris has averaged 21 or scored 21 or more points in 3 of the past 5 games. You got a Washington Wizards team that's playing its 3rd game in 4 nights, a team that has lost 2 straight on the road. And in the first 2 games of this 4-game stretch, they were actually extended because the first one they lost at Boston, and then they came back home, blew a 23-point second-half lead against the Celtics, and the return engagement had to be extended to double overtime. Now, true, it was 2 nights ago, but still, 3rd game in 4 days when one of those games happens to be a double overtime affair, and now you're on the road once more where you've lost your last 2 games. I like the Magic playing with confidence, plus the 4.5 points in this one. That'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all. And remember, over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com, you can catch my free video report and my gambling advice and selections every single day. No purchase necessary, no registration required. That's over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. And I'll catch you again on Thursday when we do this again with a little NFL action coming your way.